Before you complain about your boss at work to your higher management, you should ask yourself the following two very basic and very practical questions. Question number one: how likely is your complaint to be helpful to resolving your situation? Do you think, based on your experience working for that employer, that the company will investigate the issue and help you resolve it? Or will they likely not care and brush it all off under the rug? Or even worse, is it possible, based on your experience, that the company somehow will turn the whole thing around against you and accuse you of something in response? Question number two: can you afford the risk of being retaliated for making that complaint? Even though retaliating against an employee for making some complaints, although not all complaints, is illegal, your employer can still choose to retaliate, even if they know that doing so would be against the law. Your boss might become really unhappy about your complaint, and they could do all kinds of things to make your life harder. They could write you up for something unjustly, they could change your schedule, they could demote you, and they can even fire you. You may or may not choose to pursue a case against the employer if they do something like that, but the bottom line is that you may lose a job and then you will have to deal with it later. So you have to ask yourself, how likely is this to happen, and do you care if it happens? Some people hate their job. They cannot wait to leave. Whether they're being fired or they resign, they really don't care. While others don't hate their jobs, or they simply cannot afford losing it because of their various bills and financial obligations, and also because they believe it's going to be hard for them to find a job, and it's going to take them a long time, and it's going to create all kinds of problems and stresses for them and for the people they support. So each person must answer this question for themselves, because the answer is going to be very different. The answer for you is going to be very different from the answer for someone else, depending on your own personal circumstances, depending on who the employer is and how they are likely to respond to your complaint. So think about these two questions before, not after you make the complaint, and it'll help you make the right decision regarding whether to complain, who to complain to, how to complain, and when. Thank you.